My heart is racing. So nervous about this. I've not been putting this off, but I've been on holiday for a week and I decided not to do anything with the manuscript because I wanted some time off, but it's been in the back of my mind. This is the final draft of my manuscript of my first book. I haven't opened it yet. I thought I was going to let you be here for me when I open it. I'm going to tell you how I got a book deal and everything later. But now I'm going to read what my publishers sent me. The book has been worked at in various stages. I don't know all the English words for it, but I've worked at it as best as I can, and I've had feedback and I rewrote it and everything. And now it's gone off to someone who works with the publishers but isn't a part of the publishers. So I don't know this person. I don't know who she is. If she's nice, she's probably super nice. I don't know. She has to be. So I don't know how her feedback is going to sit with me. And my confidence with writing is sometimes really good and sometimes I don't know. It feels like I don't know how words work. I had a nightmare about this, like a big stress dream yesterday. So I really want to, but I don't want to. Okay, the external editor sent this to my publisher and my publisher sent it to me with the original message from the editor in there. And she said, the book is done. It's really good. That's always a good start. I'm gonna have to let this fly out because it's gonna annoy me so much. Get out, you can live outside. It's like jumping into a very cold plunge. I just watched Christian Jones' video about Project Teacup and the fact that she's gonna publish it. So that was very helpful and comforting. It inspired me to actually do this, so thank you. There's so many mistakes that I completely missed, and I think I've read this through so many times, and it's just really stupid mistakes, like spelling mistakes and stuff. I'm like, oh, am I blind? Am I that stupid? Anyway, I feel better now. I've just read a few pages, and it's good. I'm gonna get to start editing. It's a little while later and my brain is not working like it ever did, yeah, but it's working even less now. I'm gonna call it a day with the editing. It actually went fine. It's just like, I don't know, I'm such a child. I'm like in constant need of praise. And obviously this last edit, it's just about fixing mistakes. I just have to man up. No, I just have to girl up. I just have to non-binary up and take it, because it's not meant as having a go at me. It's meant to make the book awesome, but it's still tiring. Let's go for a walk and I'll tell you the first bit of my story about how I got published. It's raining, so let's not go for a walk. Let's tell you about this story someplace else instead. So in Sweden, it works differently from the English-speaking countries, where I think you have to have an agent that then submit your manuscript to the publishers. In Sweden, you can actually submit everything straight to the publishing houses. You don't need an agent. However, it's obviously super hard to get through that little needle's eye and get published. And of course, as in all other industries, it helps if you have contacts. That goes without saying. I guess it is possible to write a really, really good manuscript, submit it, and get a yes. I guess that happens. It didn't happen to me though. I've always wanted to write a book, and I managed to write the beginning of a fantasy novel, but I felt like I needed help. I started studying at the creative writing course last September, so like 9 months ago now. And the first term was explore your writing. So we got to write so many different short stories in science fiction, fantasy, horror, all of that stuff, which was really fun. But it didn't take me forward in my novel. And in the spring term was meant to be the project term where you worked on your project. And that's when I was going to take all the stuff that I've learned through the autumn and put them into my novel. But before any of that happened, I entered a competition in a writing magazine called Skriva, to write in Swedish. And it was just a very, very short story, and you could win a VIP access pass to the book fair in Gothenburg. And I won. I don't know. I don't think very many people entered that competition, but yeah, I got a VIP pass. So that was really, really fun. And it felt like it was meant to be. I've just started this creative writing course, and I finally got to go to the book fair, which is a huge deal. And I've never been, so I was very excited. And at this fair, they have a special area called the Fantastikgränd, which is all about speculative fiction. And I walked around and I looked very, very closely to all the publishers that were putting books out in this genre. And I had my eyes on this special publishing company called lisalidehall, because I thought they just had this vibe to them. They put out a lot of different things. They put out board games and books and some music, and it felt like a very wholesome and exciting publishers. And whilst I was at this book fair, I met up with my friend Sandra for some Fika. Because we are Swedish, we always meet up for Fika. It's true, it's not a myth, we actually do that. She just released her book at lisalidehall Publishers. So I asked her, like, should I do it? Is it worth contacting them at all? Like, are they nice? How did it happen for you? And she was so encouraging, and she's like, yeah, you should totally do it. They are super nice and very like easy to work with, and they care about their authors and artists. Just talk to him. And the problem was I had nothing. I hadn't barely written anything in this book, and this book was so far ahead in time. Like, I had just written the beginning of it. But I thought, yeah, what the hell? I'm going to network. I hate that. Absolutely hate that. Network business type thing. Oh, it's awful. But I was like, okay, I'm going to talk to this one guy, this one publishers, and that's going to be a success for me, even if nothing happens. Okay, I lied. So I had something written, tiny little fanzine. And if you don't know what fanzines are, it's basically a paper or a magazine you've done yourself. And it's very like a punky aesthetic. It used to be mostly about bands and music, but now they can be about anything. It's like a pre-internet social media. And I had made one with sort of a sample of my writing. So it was a little bit from the fantasy novel in it. And I was quite cocky when I did it. So I was like, I wrote at the back, you don't need a publishers, you can write because it's fun, you can do everything yourself. So it was a bit of an anti-establishment kind of fanzine. But I thought, if I meet someone interesting, I can give this to them. And if they hate it and if they think I'm stupid, then at least they will remember that stupid girl That's all that matters. Like, they don't have to like me, but if they remember me, that's a good thing. So last day at the book fair, I had finally mustered up the courage to go and talk to Wildhallon. And the main guy at Wildhallon is called Matthias. I went to their little booth and I felt really stupid, but I did talk to Matthias and he was super, super, super nice, of course. And I gave him the fanzine, like, and felt really silly, but I did it. And I could see his eyes lit up when I gave it to him, because of course, he's an old punk. He knows all about DIY and the fanzines and stuff. It felt like we actually connected. And then I went home and nothing happened for months. And over those months, I wrote a lot, various different short stories. And at the end of the year, I had a bit of a sudden urge to actually finish things. That was going to be the main goal for 2025, to not only start things, but also finish them. I discovered that I had written a lot of short stories, and I had also, years before, written a lot of short stories in English. And they all blended together in a very strange way. I found out that things I have written about in the past spilled over to the things I had written about these few months. And I was like, why not? I'm going to make a short story collection. Because the novel was so far into the future, I couldn't see it. I've got ADHD, so I'm a very here and now, an instant kind of person. And the novel felt too far away. I don't know. I felt like I had some really good stories in this short story collection. I sent them to Wildhallon and I said, hey, do you remember me? We met at the book fair. I gave you a fanzine. Do you want to release this very weird short story collection I've got going on? And this was just before Christmas, and Matthias got back to me instantly and said, oh yeah, that's great. I don't have time for this right now, but maybe you could send me a new email in the beginning of next year and we'll see. So I was like, yeah, okay. That's a very nice and polite way of saying no. And that's fine. Like, there was just like, maybe I could release it. Maybe I could self-publish. It's fine. But I also did what he told me to do. And I waited. I hate waiting. I waited. I reminded him in a month's time and said, hey, I'm here again. Are you still not interested? And this time he actually replied and he said, you know what? This could actually work. I'm a punk, and to me, the DIY self-publishing world is very appealing. I would freak out if I worked with a big company, but I also would freak out if I had to deal with everything myself. So to be able to be on a small publishing company where I could have almost full control of the whole process, but still not be alone in this, is absolutely perfect for me. It is going to be hard. I'm going to learn a lot, and I love that. I think this is so perfect for me to have a little practice run, because this is not my big debut novel. Don't know if I'm going to write it. I'm going to try and write it. These are just a collection of short stories about class, magic, and death. And I want to make like a little name of myself in a very, very small circle of people. Sadly, I can't sit here and talk to you all day. I've got a book to edit. Do you want to come along? Let's go. It's another day. I still have the same dress on though, because why not? I'm about halfway through, which is good. It's not a very long book. It's going well. It is progressing quite slowly, but it's because I also have work to do. And it's been not a few busy days at work, but it's been a lot of planning. So all my brain capacity has just been put into work and getting things down on paper and preparing. So I don't really have any juice left. The book is bilingual, so the half of it is in Swedish and the half of it is in English. And I've just finished the Swedish part, which is not easy, but easier. And now I'm gonna do the English part. And I feel very lost. But in order to not be lost anymore, you have to start so you can find a way. And that's what I'm gonna do. So Cool. It's midsummer tomorrow and it's raining and it's about 13 degrees, so really a good time to stay inside and write. Also, if it's too hot, this room gets really, really hot. It's not actually like a proper house at all. It's a tiny little room in an outhouse in my garden. It's not built for withstanding neither heat or cold. I'm just procrastinating now talking about the weather. I know that the editors are almost always right because they have done this longer than I have, and this is their profession. They write like, oh, you repeat this specific word very often in the sentence, and the sentence is too long. And I'm like, yeah, I know. That's the point of this sentence, is to repeat, and it being a little bit too long, but actually working out in the end. And I feel like a very stuck up, proud artist, which I'm really not, I don't think. Like, having not yet released a book, it's not in my place to say anything about words and structures, but still. And sometimes it's, yes, you are completely right. I am obviously very stupid and have not any sense of details at all. It's much, much later. I honestly don't know how to film this in an entertaining way. It's just me looking at my screen, probably looking very grumpy and like, you don't understand my writing, mixed with, oh yeah, I'm stupid. I know, you're right. But anyway, I'm done with the first read through of the whole script. I'm gonna go back and edit some more at another time. I got a few more days and then I have a meeting with my publishers. But now it's midsummer. Let's go and celebrate that. And you'll see what Swedes really do at midsummer. It's not at all like the movie. Or is it? I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know. Maybe I should see the movie.